Today is October the 26th, 2020. This is the Service Hero Show. 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter, and I am your host. This is the show that shares inspiring stories of those that are inspiring others. So, let's do this. Today we have someone that I met in Las Vegas at an award show, a really amazing award show where she was honored. She was honored because, yes, she has an inspiring story that is truly inspiring others throughout the world. This woman, this young lady, this beautiful soul, this amazing businesswoman is out there now to help others tell their story, help others to understand that their story can make them stronger, help others to understand that they too have something inside of them that is going to help to spark their and unite their, if you will, soul on fire to find its will to keep going. I want to say Cali Fae is someone that I truly admire, someone that I am inspired by, and also known as Tianna Jones. You too, by the time we are done today with this show, will be truly inspired and be following someone that's known as Cali Girl. Welcome, Cali. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good, and I'm glad to be on your show today.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're on my show too. We met back in, it was over a year ago now. We were in Las Vegas, and I was there with my plus one, also known as Teresa Snyder. And she comes back and she says, "Oh, I met this girl." And I mean, you always meet the best people in the bathroom, I think, or in the hall near the bathroom or something. She's like, "I met this girl. You've got to meet her." And so by the time you come around to the table to meet me, I mean, you've got how many awards in your hands? You've got your book. You are, everybody is trying to get their picture with you. We were at the Soul Central Magazine Award, big, huge award, and you were honored for quite a few things.
Yes, it was 2019 of May, and it was the Soul Central International Awards. So it's Go Global or Stay Local. So these are global awards that I was awarded. It was for my book, Cali Girl, How Did You Make It in the Treacherous Streets of Detroit? And it just highlighted that, I'm author of the year for 2019 for the book, and the accomplishments the book had grown so much since the beginning stages of Soul Central magazine when I was on the cover originally with Sophia Stewart. And then it just, there was plenty of covers after that leading up to the International Soul Central Awards. And it was amazing. And then the other award was highlighting my music. So I had a music video out, my very first one with Angel Wings, called I Must Show You What the Hustle Did. And it just shows people that you don't have to hustle your whole life and, worry and struggle and feel that, money is everything when it's just an entity, when it's actually just something that's used as a tool to create security. So there's a lot of different ways to look at that, and faith-based, faith played a very important role when it came down to my, successful story of how I overcame life's circumstances. So it doesn't just mean, hey, I did some music and I have a book out. It's the growth within the person and the growth that will develop the person in the future for the world to see. So.
And I absolutely love it. We have Lauren Harris with us. Lauren, good to see you here, my dear. Glad that you're here to meet Cali, also known as Tianna Jones, Mike Adam Cohen. Okay, tomorrow it is. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And I absolutely love it. And it's wonderful to see you with us, Kristen. And Good afternoon, Carol Berzins. And Carol is always making sure that we are live on E360 TV platform. Want to encourage everybody to go to their phone, make sure they have it on there because we have a big event coming up here soon. If you do not, right, that's right, very much so. So, all right, you, my dear, have been, I know you're in Texas, and I know that you were at one time in California, and yet a lot of your story is set in Detroit.
Yes.
Yes. And I have something I want to share. I'm going to share a video that when I saw it, it really touched me in a way that was, I know your story. And when I saw it, the very, very first time I watched this clip, it took me back to, okay, I understand where you have come and now what you're doing. So I want to play this first, and then we're going to talk.
Okay.
Inside, she felt so alone. That little girl was beautiful inside, with a fury of pain as she grew. Emotionless the time she started to grow. Wasn't until she was on her own. Walking down the streets of California in the Bay Area with no soul or care for anyone. Her loneliness and anger turned into bitterness. Stop crying inside, little girl. Thoughts came from the angels above while they watched over Cali Girl's steps as she took a deep plunge into the treacherous streets of Detroit, chasing her heart's pain, looking and always searching to fill a void. Unfortunately, the tasks at hand are so hard. Watch this girl grow and blossom into a woman by reading her words. Experience the pain, passion, love, betrayal, and enlightenment within a beautiful soul by learning how to overcome life's circumstances alone. A journey that took deep planning from God above. Watch what happens next. Light, faith, joy, and encouragement. Where there is darkness, you will see light always shines dark within you, and light will make you stronger. Watch a woman shift her energy by being brave, reconstructing her heart and mind with faith, walking to show the world anything is possible. Walk with her.
Walk with her. You have a lot of people walking with you now, don't you?
I do.
And you have more coming because you now, in your experience since you've written this book, and it started way back in the day when you were young, you had an affinity to write. You had the music within you. And then what happened?
I think over time, being told that you cannot achieve something, it makes you want it even more. And I believe that if you really want something and put your heart into it and a clear mind with clean thoughts, I feel that the Lord will give you anything that you want. So
I love it. And yes, Carol, I do know we have a bit of an echo going on, and we had to just go with it. Sometimes you do. And the good news here is that she's here with us. And that is, yes, very powerful, very powerful. And wait until you hear more. So your life at a certain age ended up, if you will, kind of going upside down and all around. And you found yourself in some really tough situations. And it's portrayed in that clip that we just shared. When I saw it, it brought back some memories even for myself. I'm sure there's many others that when you see a certain scene, you get a certain vibe, you feel something, it can trigger something within. And you have a lot of people that you're helping to heal because you are touching them at such a deep level because you are sharing your story. Let's go there with your story. You've had quite an experience, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
when when was the first time that you remember, because you were out on the streets, you were, why don't you talk about how you got to that place and what turned it all around?
So, at a young age, I was taught that you have to survive. And the reason that I chose to tell my story was I want women that are my age, or any women in our world, to understand that you may be taught certain things, and men too. You may be trained a certain way with your minds after some point, but you can release that pain and release that negative energy and negative way of thinking about surviving by having faith and hope. If you have hope that you can overcome things and things will get better for you, that's when faith steps in and you start to see beautiful miracles and miraculous miracles happen based on the fact that you're willing to change your mind, you're willing to change your heart, and you're willing to change your lifestyles around. And it just basically starts with you as a root. Your heart and your mind is very powerful, and a lot of people haven't realized what that can do for your life.
When did you realize it?
It's been taking me, I'm 30 years old, and honestly, I think now more than ever, I am ready for whatever comes my way. And I know that I have the power of God with me, protecting me every step of the way. And I do not fear. I do not fear the relationships that I will form. I do not fear the people that are watching me. And I do not fear their intentions, because God has a plan for them.
Is that what the wings? I love the wings. Can I just say how much I love the wings? I mean, you can tell. Look at my logo. So, is that? I mean, I can just assume. I don't really know what inspires you because you use wings a lot in your images.
The wings were a strength of my faith. I use those to give people hope that there is positive light in the universe, and there are people in our world still that are good people with good intentions for you. And I feel that when, young children, women, young men, they see that picture and they see the music video that has real looking angel wings that I wear, it gives them a power of hope within themselves that they can grow to get to that point in their life where they let go of the negative, suppressed energy that's been in there their whole life, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you accomplish the knowledge of knowing right from wrong, and you put your foot down and you have your conscience, your mind, a clear mind, clean thoughts, you will be successful at transforming your spiritual growth. A lot of people don't understand what any of that is. So my, you know, aspirations are angels and are faith-based people that have changed their lives around, that actually put their money where their mouth is, to put the will in them where it should be due. They put the credit where it's due to the people that have helped them through the journey, because just like in the Bible, God's people will provide, and they will come to you when it's time for them to come to you, and they will stand up for faith and overcoming negative suppressed energy that has been going on for thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds and thousands of years. So
I want to play the visit or the music video that you just referred to, since you just referred to it, and it just was, as they say, dropped recently, right? I mean, this is kind of a newer one, or is this the newer one?
Well, the one with the angel wings, I'm gonna show you what the hustle did, was done 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. And the new one that just came out is based on our youth. Our youth loves it. The school districts, the, you know, parents, to the teachers, to the educators, to, you know, beyond. There's a lot of people that view it as a very persuasive, strong advertisement for God.
I love it. Let's play this, and then I want to talk deeper about this one. I want to really go deep on this.
Sit up at a setting, now you know I'm ready now. Data, can you spend me? Now you know you want me now. With a mind like mine, you can't understand why time just passed. Now the pain inside won't last, won't last, won't last. They say won't last, won't last. I say every day, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you hear me spinning now, spinning now. With the mind going wild, yeah. With the mind going wild. Oh yeah. Now you got me sipping, now you got me thinking, wow, thinking, wow. Told was the story of love, but you knew that this was what it was. So, story of an untold love, untold love. With the mind like mine, with the mind like mine, with the mind like mine, with the mind like mine. With a mind like mine, you can't understand why time just passed. Now the pain inside won't last, won't last, won't last. They say won't last, won't last. I say every day, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you hear me spinning now, spinning now. Now you got me sipping, now you got me thinking, wow, thinking, wow. Like mine, all the time, you knew with the mind, this pain inside, but you went and you cried and lied, but you
Powerful, powerful, beautiful. Did you write the lyrics?
Yes.
So you wrote the lyrics, you sang the song, you're in the video. Who are the kids?
The kids are some local kids that are available through some friends, family friends, and yeah, it was a very beautiful production. And originally, we actually had a production with someone else, and there's everything works in mysterious ways, and God had said no, and God was telling me to recede, to stay back, so even though I felt that I should have done a different video at the time, God had a different plan. And you know based on that, we were able to express ourselves to help save the children, knowing that, election day is in 8 days. And, they do have a law that they are trying to pass legalization for, children being allowed to be molested. So this video. Yes, this video is to stand up for the kids worldwide and say, kids are off limits. We don't want to deal with anything like that because it can change the future, and, it can really mess up the chance for the youth and our world to heal and get on track, get back on track, get on track. So.
Oh, Mikey. He's crying. Love it so much. He loves it so much. It made him cry. I understand, Mikey. Tianna or Cali, however you want to. I know her as Cali. She's inspiring, and you can't help but have your full emotions involved with the work that she is doing. And just wait. You need to stay and listen and hear more of what she's up to, because every single thing she does actually means something, and she is out there for so many people to make a difference. I love it. Amy Morrison, I'm glad you're here with us. Thank you, Carol, for saying hello. She's my kind of person in mission. Absolutely, she is. Absolutely. So I have some pictures that I want to reference from that day that were taken. Okay, so here we go. So you're out there. All lives do exist. Okay, so talk about this. And first of all, beautiful location. Where was it? And who's your videographer? And let's go deeper into it. And you wrote this. It's piercing. It touches our souls. We understand on, the kids, but the costume or the outfit that our little actress is wearing, what she's holding. Let's go into it.
Okay, so recently, before the video, I had decided to trademark All Lives Do Exist. It's a movement that will basically unite all ethnicities, all races, all nations as one. And right now what's going on is we have decided to intertwine what's going on in the world. And we know that there's a lot of destruction and a lot of abuse and a lot of disaster happening within our environment, to the human race, all the way to other things going on in the world. So we wanted to intertwine all that and show that all lives do exist, including police officers, including firefighters, including children and youth, including women, because we also trademarked women's lives do exist. So I've also done that as well. So right now we want the world to have some compassion and have some understanding for what is really going on and how they need to handle what is really going on in the best way for our country and our world.
And for the next generation. And not only, children need to be watched. However, your mission is much bigger than focusing in on, if you will, one area, the children. I love the fact that, yes, the fire I come from a firefighter's family. I understand what that is like. Not everybody does. And, you've got the fire helmet in the very beginning of your music video. You've got the little girl wearing the police outfit. You've got her holding the material. And I love that it's material. The material and it's white. Kind of like, okay, we need to be aware. We need to bring the light. We need to bring the shine. We need to have this be an anthem that all lives do exist. And you were also saying that, and we're going to get into this with the book area in a little bit, because I'm going to bring up that clip that I told you I have from the one event, and what you're doing now to take your message out in that way. However, with the music, let's stay in the music area. The music area, so you wrote this particular song. Do you write all of your music?
Yes, I do.
What is your inspiration?
God. Overcoming what I've been through, and if I can change my life, and if I can have a conscious awareness of what is going on and what I should be doing as a person and individual, I see that everyone can in our world. Now, I've learned the choice is up to them. God gives you guys a choice, and you have a choice to change your life around and to be cautious what you do with your life, as far as with your mind and what you're thinking and what you're taking in every day. You have a choice what you put in your body, what you're eating, what you're feeding your children, what you're feeding your husbands and your wives and your family members. You have a choice when you go to that grocery store every day what you're going to pick to make sure that your health is the way it needs to be. So right now, it's the awareness level that needs to be addressed. And it also is the level of knowledge of knowing right from wrong. And I feel either you're a bad person with good or bad intentions, or you're a good person with good or bad intentions. And I tell people all the time, decide who you want to be. And if that's who you want to be, and you're not going with God, you're not walking with faith or hope or love, or, any love in your heart, then stay away from me, because that's not where I'm going with my life. I've dedicated my life to turning my life around, and I know who I am. And this is all I can tell your viewers. As long as you know who you are and you're accountable for your actions and you repent and you want to do better, every day when you wake up in the morning is a chance for you to change your life and others' lives. Make it count. Don't waste your time on what ifs and whys. None of that matters or even is existent to the truth of reality. And reality is what you make it. And reality is also defining right from wrong. So you just have to know who you are and what you're about. And you have to stand by two things: your word, because people watch that if you're, about what you're saying you're doing, and if you're one of those people who produce and provide. And then you have to also think at another point and stance of it: do you want to be that person struggling the rest of your life? If a person is struggling, you know in your mind that you need to change it. Something is wrong. Something isn't going your way. Something is holding you back from growing financially, physically, mentally, relationships, spiritually. I mean, you have to know who you are and what you want. And if that takes you, being alone, then you need to be alone to figure that out for a while, and then go back into the world as a stronger individual, knowing who you are, to ready to take stance and make your presence exist and be known. And that's what the awareness level is right now in our world that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed because some people just don't know. They just don't know. Now, is that fair? No, life isn't fair, but it is the choice of acknowledging the awareness and the right from wrong adjustments that need to be adjusted within our actions in our mind. So it all starts with you as an individual. If you want to be a hero, anyone can be a hero. Anyone can make the attempt to make their life better. Anyone can change the future, but it starts with you first. And then it turns into you uniting with others, you getting rid of negative energy and backlash and negative feelings that need to go away. Because yes, there is darkness and light in people, but it is up to you to choose that tunnel, you to decide who you want to be when this is all over. So
you are getting a lot of like yes, yes, and yes. Do you do you want to be a person that is struggling? And yes, amen, Cali Fae. Okay, so you know what you're talking about because you have been there. You have I don't want to spend too much time there, but I want people to understand that you have uh, you've seen it. You've been there, you've seen it, you've done it. If it's there, it's most likely has happened.
I've done a lot of bad in my life, and I'm only 30 years old, and I'm blessed to be this advanced to know right from wrong. And I also know plenty to know what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do. So that's basic. I have the experience level, even though I'm young, even though I don't look like I've ever been through anything my whole life. I have been able to overcome that by taking care of myself and being happy with myself. And that is what people need to know about the awareness. You need to be accountable for whatever you've done in your life and know that there is a way for you to overcome things. It's not going to be like this forever. You have to decide who you want to be. And once you do that, there is no stopping you. No one can tell you no after that point.
Absolutely. And, thank you, Mikey. I am too. Actually, Callie and I have been trying to get her on the show for a few days, wink, wink, for a little while. And it was just meant to be that it happened now. There is a message and a mission that needs to get out there today. Someone needs to be hearing what Callie is saying today. That is why she is here. I absolutely have no doubt in my mind. And was there a time that you can say that you can look back that you hit rock bottom?
Yes, plenty of times, 3 or 4 times. And I thought I would never be able to pull myself out emotionally because I was so hurt and I felt all of my past experiences. As I turned 30 years old, nothing was going away, nothing was getting fixed, and I was hurting and I had my faith and hope, but it didn't stop there. God told me for a fact, your life will change. I am Lord and you have to listen to me. And he told me that, and he protects me, he provides for me. And he said, you've done a lot of things in your life that you're not proud of, but those are the people that God targets to bring to his team. The people who were in prostitution, the people who did bad, they've had a hard life, they've been abused, they've been, alcoholics or, recoveries. And, it's beautiful, the people I meet on a daily, and I know that my story changes their hearts. And I know that they want to do better with their minds because they say, if you can do it, I can do it. And I never say, no, you can't. I say, yes, you can. If I can do it, you can do it. If I want better, you should want better. I don't want to struggle. I don't have a GED. I don't have a high school diploma, and I don't even have a driver's license. And I'm still successful within my own skin. I know who I am. And that gets me further than the people with all the money in the world because they're going into insane, out of their mind. They don't know what to do, and they don't know who they are, and they don't know which steps to take. But that is why my company is a faith-based company, Cali Girl Books LLC. We offer publishing people's music and books in a healthy, spiritual, professional, alignment with God. So we're helping people follow their dreams and also create revenue for their future, for their generational wealth that can be developed based on their story for their family. And that's a legacy that they leave behind by just, going through a faith-based publishing company that is sincere. And I'm sorry to say it, if the big publishing companies, they want your money. They want to use you for what they can do for you. I got an offer from one of the biggest publishing companies in the United States, and I said no. And she said to me, as she harassed me on the phone, "Don't you want to be famous?" And I said, "I'm already famous with God. Thank you." And I hung up the phone. I hung up.
I love it. I want to share one more video, guys, because this is Cali in her element, and we're going to go a little deeper into this area of where it is that you're going from here on out, because guys, you want to be following Cali.
Hi guys, it's me, Tianna Jones, also known as Cali Fae, the author of my new autobiography called Cali Girl, How Did You Make It in the Treacherous Streets of Detroit? My autobiography helps women and children all over the world heal from sexual, physical, mental, verbal abuse, as well as death loss, addiction issues, and any transitional change that may affect a person. Please go check my book out in Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, and of course, Barnes & Noble. I also want to shout out Soul Central Magazine. Mark Rowe, thank you, big bro, for helping me be on the cover of your next edition, edition 68. Thank you guys, and I wanted to shout out Mark Edwards for being there for me and helping film and capture all of these great events that I've been having and opportunities to express my testimony. Thank you to Money Burns, and hope that I see you guys all soon. Bye.
I love that because of the way that you interact with everyone. I wanted people to see that. You had sent over some others where you had gone out because you interact with people. You can see that you care. You're talking to them, you're hearing them. You go out to the street and you help the people that are homeless. You're bringing them items, you're bringing them and listening to their stories. You, everywhere I see you, either in person or in following, you are absolutely in tune with whoever it is that is in your presence. How do you do it?
It's a gift. I was in London and I went to one of the most famous restaurants in London. I'd have to look up the name, but it's very small. It's a very small restaurant. And a man had told me, he was the owner of the restaurant, and he said, "You have an amazing gift." And I didn't understand what he meant until now. But, he ended up showing me the inside of his phone. And when he opened up the photos, he had Keanu Reeves, he had Jay-Z, pictures with them. He had pictures with the most famous people, Brad Pitt. I mean, he had pictures with all these people from all over the world that were celebrities and famous and wealthy. And I was just, now that I look back at it, he gave me his bodyguard's number, and he was just, now that I look back at it, it was an amazing experience to know my worth and to know that other people can see my light and my worth. And that makes me continuously want to help others.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I'm gonna share. Here's us. We were there, and we were there. Both of us won an award, though my award ended up in that box that got lost. However, we were both there, being recognized by Soul Central magazine. Again, I want to say shout out to Mark Rowe.
Yes.
Absolutely love him, and he has been a real support to you in the music industry and also in the business world, right?
He is a support, and I'm also a big supporter of his as well. One of my investors and I were the people that funded the Soul Central International Awards last year that I met you at. So we were actually one of the donators and funders for that whole thing to happen. So, he supported me and I've supported him, and I will continue to support him. And, one day I told him, I'm going to meet you.
Yeah,
and I told him it's going to be in a couple of years. And then next thing you know, I ended up at his doorstep, and he just was so happy, and he was smiling, and he just couldn't believe it. He's like, "Cali, you're here. You're on." Yes, I'm here. I'm the person that makes things happen. And, as long as I know who I am, and I know what's going on with my faith and overcoming what I've been overcoming day by day, I'm going to have everything I want in life because God will provide it.
Yes, and okay, I want to go to this picture right here because I love it. Can I just say, I absolutely love the smile you have going on there, right there in front of the Eiffel Tower. How did that feel? Here you are from the streets of Detroit. The story that is in that book that we're not going to give away. However, everybody needs to buy that book, and there's been over 1 million copies sold of your books.
Over 1 million copies sold. Yes, I am one of the best new sellers of 2009, between 2019 and now. I am one of the best sellers on Amazon. It's sold out in Japanese translation, Portuguese. I mean, this is now became from going as a United States book to a global book that has global distribution. So even though the publishing company URL Link Print Media scammed me and took all the money, I've been very patient, and God says, I will provide for you and I will get your money back. Please continue to do the works for me, and I will provide you what you need and continue to help my people and your people. So it's not about the money with me. Yes, I want my money back, but it's mainly now I was advised by Paramount Books and Media, who did the book trailer, to go ahead and start my own publishing company before I even...
Uh-oh. She'll be back. All right. I'd love to know what everybody's thinking right now. She'll be back. She's there in Texas, and there's some really crazy weather going on. Here she comes right
I'm
now.
back.
Okay, here she is. Yes, and so you had a I wanted to go into this because there's a lot of people that watch this show, as I was telling you before we went live, that are writing books, that are authors, that have stories. And you had an experience that was not a favorable one. And so you have now created your own publishing company, like you were saying before, that is publishing both books and music. Let's go there. At 30 years old, a publisher publishing music and books, internationally known, international bestseller, over 1 million books sold.
Over a million.
Over a
Over a
million. That's
million
huge.
books.
Yes. That is a verifiable number, and that is huge. Over a million. You write your own music. That is absolutely inspiring. And you're all about getting that healthy message out there in a time right now. We need these positive messages. So let's go there. What are you've got this company. Who do you want to help now? You want to tell the stories. You want
I want to
those
help
stories.
the willing. Everyone that is willing to change their life around, put their story out there, who have a story that needs to be told. I want to help. I want to help. And I want to secure the authors and musicians that have been getting scammed in the entertainment business, in the publishing world forever. Now that I have a handle on everything and I know how to do it, there's nobody that will be with my company that will be scammed through my company or anyone else. I will not allow it. And I definitely am going back to the city of Detroit to start filming my documentary next month. So my main thing is I want everyone in the city of Detroit to know, you guys keep saying, oh, our city's not that bad. Well, it's not about your city being bad or me portraying that your city's so terrible. It's the fact that my experiences there were very treacherous and I had to survive. So I put myself in the streets of Detroit, in the real streets of Detroit. I was there, in the real hoods, in the real people's lives that needed to have a little light shining through that dark area. So I just want everyone to know my goal with the city of Detroit is to uplift it. It's to come back and open up community centers, as I also planned and others know about. So there is no bad any energy for the city of Detroit. I am coming back there to save the children, uplift the city, and spread love and light. And the people that don't like it, oh well, because the city of Detroit has united in the past in the past 6 years, and they're ready to stand up and not let anything happen to their children and their people and their communities. And if it takes someone like me who's not from there but lived there 10 years and told my story and was honest, because the truth will set you free, then that's what needs to be done for change. So,
and you did. You told the honest truth. You were real, and you were raw, and and I want to thank you for that, because what you are doing right now in sharing your story and sharing the successes that you are having and how you turned it around, and how even since you've published, since you've won awards, you still, I mean, life happens. We still have to go through the life experiences and continue to get stronger. And I love it when you're saying that you can do it because you've got someone watching your back, if you will, that's got a little clout.
Yeah.
and I love it when they're all talking to each other too, because they're it's like they're having a party with you right now on today. So
before we get into something else, I don't want to forget this. So be based on the fact that the publishing company stole all the money. They're selling my book on Barnes and Noble, Amazon, iTunes. It's also another company who has stolen my book and created an audio version that sounds like a robot. Don't go buy my book from Google. Don't even buy it, because right now I have republished my book under my company, and I even added some extra stuff in that book, that juicy book, new stuff in that book that they don't have. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to release the book on my website, which is www.tjcaligirl.com. And that will also be an online store. You can get downloads of my music videos, downloads of my music. You will also get some products such as keto that'll be available, 50 different products. We also have some other, small business owners adding their products, and I'm very excited. You'll see some clothing, some of my Cali Fae merchandise, but I am so excited. You'll also be able to get your t-shirts and merchandise for All Lives Do Exist and Women's Lives Do Exist. So guys, don't buy anything. If you Google me and you see it, that's great. That's where I've gotten that far globally. But now I'm taking back the control, and you guys can buy all my music under Cali Fae on the website. You can buy all my downloads of my music videos, clothing, and any small business owners that are watching. If you are interested in partnering, we will put your products on our website under your company with your link. So if you have your own website, our customers will go to your link and purchase directly from your website. And it's just amazing how cross promotion marketing can change everything for people.
Absolutely. You have to trust the people, and you have learned that, my dear. You have learned that. So it's your name, as it is right there.
Integrity.
Cali Fae.
Tianna Jones, Cali Fae, Cali Girl, How Did You Make It in the Treacherous Streets of Detroit? And then Cali Girl Books LLC. That is all me, my brand, my company, my name. And it's now writing off my integrity and my respect level for people, and the people that respect myself for everything that I've truly done to advance my world and division for the world, So it's just amazing what can be done with the power of hope and faith and wanting to do better in your life. It's all got to do with you, within your body, within yourself.
So what is that website again? And Carol, do you mind? Go slow, and Carol or Sherry or someone that's here, do you guys mind typing it into the comments? So go again.
www.tjcaligirl.com. So we'll say it one more time. www.tjcaligirl.com. And December 24th, right before Christmas, you guys will be able to go get the book. You guys will be able to get everything. And then February, I'll be dropping my voice as the audio, reading my book, my story to the world.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hearing your book in your voice. Yes. And thank you, Ruben. I appreciate you, Ruben on station. Thank you. I saw you come in. I'm glad you're here. All right. And you know what? I love it. I love this community. I love our, everybody that shows up to this show, because they're very, very, very much involved, because we really need to be telling these inspiring stories. And Cali, Tianna, you inspire. And you know what? I remember, it's been what now, a year or something, when you got that house of yours, you were, I just was so excited that you, coming from where you have come to where you are right now and where you are going in this next year, there's anybody out there, when they really know you and they know your story, you absolutely are the example that everything is possible in this world. right?
Anything is possible in this world. And for a long time I feared the devil, but now I fear God. And that is the only one that you can fear in a situation like this, because he will show you miraculous miracles, and it's up to you to take hold of your blessings and realize who you are and what you have to offer, your worth to the world. Know your worth. That's
That's
all it
right.
is.
And you do. And I just absolutely adore you. I am so thrilled that you were here with us. And you are doing it. And you are the example for so many that anything and all things are possible. And to answer your question, she has a story about Detroit. She has lived in Detroit, definitely lived in Detroit. Now, currently, you are not living in Detroit.
No, and the story is about living in Detroit and the suburban area of Detroit. So it's Macomb County, Oakland County, and Wayne County, and dealing with survival, and going to Michigan with $10 in my pocket and a week's worth of clothes in 2008, and surviving there for 9 years, and then turning around and writing my autobiography. And it took 9 years, and then 2 or 3 years to promote, publish, and everything else. So it was worth it. It was worth the journey and all of the stress and all of the hardship, because I would have never been who I am today if I would have never went through the negative things in my life. So there is a God, and a lot of people say, well, where's God if, this happens to babies and this happens to these people and that people? Everybody's predestined and has a path laid out for them. It's up to God, and it's up to yourself to take hold of who you are and what you have to offer the world. And if you can't do that, then you need to get some help, because right now that's what's going on. Is we have to take grasp of acknowledging right from wrong and doing what we need to do as humanity, to create peace for humanity. I mean, aren't you guys tired of stressing, and aren't you guys tired of struggling? That should be our slogan. Aren't you tired of struggling?
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
time to use the mind.
And in fact, you are going to be joining us on the tour of love. And I'm so excited about that. So everybody, you will be able to get more of Cali and be following her. So go out there, follow her, share the love. She's going to come and join us on the tour of love, and we're going to have some fun.
Yes,
So
and I'm going to be performing You're Not Alone. So
I
don't
love
forget
it.
about that. That is the strongest song I've ever made. You're Not Alone, under Cali Fae. Go check it out on iTunes, Apple iTunes. It's all over the place. I'm all over the place.
Yes, she is, and she's got a huge following. So thank you. I am so proud of you. And as we close today, my dear, you are definitely a service hero. You give your light, and you are so shining for others to be able to see that they too have a light inside, and they can let it shine too. And all of us shining together, what a glorious thing that will be. We can do it, and we can raise the vibration of our world together, and we can do it through love.
Yes.
Absolutely adore you. I am so thrilled that you were here with us today, and I am looking forward to seeing you again soon and following you. And I am looking forward to getting your voice, reading your book, and following you on your website. Absolutely adore you.
Oh, I love you so much, Tamara. And I'm so proud of you for everything you do for the community and you do for people that need help. So I acknowledge you, and I'm aware of what you are doing for our world as well.
Well,
So,
thank you. Then it's a love. It's a mutual love. We're going to go
yes.
on the tour of love together. Okay, everyone, join us on the tour of love, November 30th, December 1st. See you guys on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.